I'm glad we've started to kind of like get familiar with things. So I've definitely got a bunch of kind of some things that you already know and some things that I still need to show you. So I wanted to show you the MLS, which I think you did a video training on. Is that right? Okay, perfect. So I want to show you a little more in depth about how we'll use it. So I'm going to open Monday also because I've put some tasks in here from a while ago that we'll do now. So we're going to focus on these two, and then you can work on these two also. So basically, when I have a client who wants to sell a home, this is where we create the listing. So this is where it goes so that we can share it with everybody else so that they can see it and share it with their clients. So this is called the MLS. And this is where we put the listing and all the details of those listings. So this is the homepage. And you can see up here, it says listing. That's where, we put all the information of the property. This is where all of the listings are. So I can view, manage all of my listings. You can just click add a new listing. You can edit a listing. You can add a tour or an open house for a listing. So if I ever want to do an open house where on a weekend, if I want to have like 2 hours on Saturday and Sunday for people to just come by without an appointment, that's what an open house is. So if I click view, manage my listings, I don't have any right now, but I'm going to go into my drafts because I have a lot of drafted listings. So you can see here, this is a bunch of listings that I've drafted, but they're not actually like live, like they're not active. So they're just drafts right now. So I actually already have some drafts for 211 East Ohio. And I've also previously listed this property and canceled these properties. So basically, sometimes if I've already listed this, my instructions might be even easier than if I have not listed it. So I want to show you how I do this so that hopefully it'll be helpful when you do this. So for these, 211 Ohio, I have listed it already, 211 Ohio 316. So I would likely give you the listing number and then be like, duplicate this listing and create a new draft. So I would take this listing number. This is the MLS number or listing number, same word. And then I would say, okay, I listed this before. Here's the listing number. Please create a new draft. So I'd give you the address. So you'd look it up and you'd see a lot of results if you do it this way. I know which one is mine because I know just by looking at it. You probably wouldn't know just by looking at it which one is mine. Actually, sorry, I'd give you the listing number. So you'd have the listing number. You'd put that right here. It would be the first one that pops up. So you would go to listings, add new listing. It's going to tell you that I have a lot of drafts already. I don't have a sale draft. RN means rental. AT means like an attached condo sale. And you can tell by the price, like this is, $1,800. That's a rental. If it's, 400 something, that's a sale. So when it's only, in the thousands, that's a rental. If it's, hundreds of thousands, that's a sale. So I don't have a sale for this property. I only have a rental. So we'll press continue. And then this is an attached single because it's a condo. And again, if I don't give you any information, you can also have another window open and you can have that canceled listing open and you can see information, like, is it an attached? Yes, it's an attached single. Okay. So property type, attached single. And we've talked about this before, you know, if it's a condo, it's attached. If it's a townhome, it's attached. If it's a single family with nothing else and no other homes touching it, it's detached. And you can tell again, if it's got unit numbers, then it's attached. So this is a standard listing. And then in order to clone it, we're going to do this auto-populate from MLS data. So you click that, and then you can input that MLS number right here. If I'm going too fast, also just let me know. Okay, perfect. And then you click next. And then it'll come up right away, the old listing that I had. So then you click it, and you click next. And it will populate everything. So you really don't have to do too much. Where it has the red asterisk, that is a required piece of information. So if it's not there, you'll just have to go into the old one and, you know, look for area. Okay, it's here. You know, if you don't know where it is, you can do edit find area. Okay, 8008, perfect. So now we go back here, drop down, and now we just kind of have to scroll. I think you can also do edit find 8008. Yep. And then it comes up. So you can click that. Okay. And then it even, yeah, it's okay. Same thing. Yep. Exactly. Yep. So once we put in that area number, it also added the city that was missing. I think added the state, zip code. You can go back to the old listing. There it is, 60611. So we go here, 60611. And then township, go here, search township, North Chicago, corporate limits, search corporate limits, again, North Chicago, right there. Oh, okay. So Chicago. It's always going to be Chicago. I've never selected unincorporated. So if it's asking for a corporate limits, it's Chicago. And then list price. So this is another thing that I'll have to tell you. If I don't, you can leave it blank because I'm going to eventually review this anyways, because you're just drafting it for me. But I don't even remember off the top of my head right now. So we'll just leave it blank right now. And then expiration date is just like a year after when we're doing this right now. So go to 2026, click January 15th, and this page is done. So then we click save and continue. Oh, okay, it's not gonna let me. All right, so if you don't have it, you could even put in, or just ask me, I guess, just ask me. So I'll put in 225. And then the list date, we're just gonna say the day that you're making this, even though it's gonna change, but so save and continue. Okay, so then there's multiple tabs. So this is the section that you just filled out. So then we go through here and we're really just making sure that all of that required information is filled in. All right, so we're missing one, water view. I already know off the top of my head, but you wouldn't. So water view. Oh, it doesn't come up. That's weird. Okay. So again, if you're not sure about something, you can ask me. I know that this is not a water view, so I'm just going to click no. So let's keep going. And there seems to be nothing else. And we'll leave all of this. So then we'll save and continue. Okay, all of these seem to be good. Oh, why didn't it continue? Save and continue. Usually it would take you to the next page. I don't know why it's doing that. So, oh, you know why? Because everything's already filled in. So it's just showing you where the red is. This is the one thing that's missing something. So we'll go here and it says required. So basically if this is having an issue, actually at this point, you could just save it as a draft and it would be okay. And then you could always let me know like, hey, you just need the annual estimated gas and electricity costs. I'm trying to think if this is, yeah. I think for now, we'll probably just do that. This is an easy thing that you might even be able to ask my client for me because it's just numbers that I need. And eventually, you know, the goal is you're going to have all the information of my clients. And actually for this, you do have my client's information. So, you know, you can go to my at properties. If you sign in, and you go to DMS, and you search unit 316, you'll probably have to go to deal folders. Actually, no, I'm sorry, property folders. It's right here, 316. But if you search 316, it'll come up right here. And then if you click people, you'll see my client, Jolene Miller here. So you could take her email address. You could open my email. You could CC me. I'm just pretending that I'm you here. Need gas and electric account numbers for 316. And then you could say, hi, Jolene. This is Shane, Nikki Hopkins' assistant. We need the electric and gas numbers, blah, 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 blah. The other thing I just realized about this, though, is it's tenant occupied, so she actually wouldn't have this. So maybe for now, you can just tell me if this is missing, and then I can try to get those filled in. So yeah, I guess it's not a big deal. Hopefully in the future, again, if we have all of the Monday up and running, you'll have the information. If it is tenant occupied, you'll have the tenant's contact info. And then, you know, you could even reach out to the tenants to get that. So yeah, I guess for now, we'll just leave it like this and then you can save as a draft. And it should be done. Yeah, so there it is. So now it's in the drafts right here. So basically, we would do the same thing for 2611. And for that, I'll probably switch to let you try it. But I also want to show you how to do one that I don't already have a listing for. So I'll show you how to do it for this one. And this is going to be slightly different because we're actually going to make it two ways, a private listing and a standard listing. So I'll show you both. So for this one, I'll say, can you please draft a standard and a private listing for this property? So you go to new listing. You know, you could look it up here. I'd probably give you the MLS number to, again, copy. I know which one it is, so let me find it. This one. Yeah. So I'd give you this MLS number. And then you would go attached. And then this time, I guess we'll just do auto-populate from MLS data. And then we'll do this. Next. And then you'll click this one. And then it's the same thing. So like everything already pre-populated. And then again, I need to tell you the list price. So hopefully I do that, or you can just ask me. List date would be the day that you're making it. And then expiration is, God, this is annoying, 1 year later. Okay, save and continue. All right, so then again, it's just kind of pulling up everything here. Again, I know it's not a water view. And you can also tell if it's a water view by going through the pictures. Like you can see if you go through every picture, there's no views of a lake or anything. So, you know, that would be a water view if it has a view of a lake. All right, so all looks good here. So save and continue. All right, so then we got all of those that came back as red. So we'll click here. All right, we know that's like that, so we'll just leave that. Okay, so taxes. So this is an old tax information. So we want to get the most recent tax year. So, and I just thought of this, we actually need to double check 211 Ohio also. So to find the most recent tax bill, you go to Cook County Tax Portal. Click that. And then you search the address. So 2342 Bloomingdale 109. 2342 Bloomingdale 109 in Chicago. Oh, that didn't work for some reason. 2342 Bloomingdale 109 Chicago. There we go. All right, so it popped up here. And then we scroll down and we can see the tax bill. So the most recent bill was 2023. Something tricky about this, because you're going to be doing this in the future. Tax bills here are paid twice. They're paid 2 times a year. So you want to look at these tax bills because let's say for some reason let's say this said like 4,000 and every other year was closer to 8,000 or 9,000. That should cue you to think to yourself, oh, this might only be half the tax bill. And then you want to use the previous one. I think normally if that's the case, if it's only half the year so far, it won't say paid in full. It'll say something else. If you want to double check, I think if you click more tax bill information, it should pull it up. And then it'll show like, are your taxes paid? And then it'll show first installment, second installment, and it'll show if both are due. So if you're not 100% sure, you can click this link and it should give you some more information. And then if you're really not sure, then you can ask me and I'll be able to tell you. So in this case, it's paid in full. It says right there, paid in full. So I don't know I can't remember what it looks like when it's in the middle of a year because right now all the tax bills are paid off. So we copy that number. We go back to our draft and this is tax year 2023. And when we go back, we see 0 exemptions. So no exemptions. That's what N means, none. And then we paste that correct tax amount. And then this is asking for additional PIN. So you've done this before when doing those sample listings. This means like a parking spot, an additional parking spot PIN number. So we'll scroll down and see if there is an additional parking PIN number. And you can see here it says multiple PINs, see agent remarks. So then we'll go down and a lot of things in this remarks area. So I can see right here, multiple parcels, main unit, and then it says parking spot. And there's 2. So this is number 1. So we copy that. We put this here and then click to add another pin. And then we'll copy this. And then we'll paste it here. So these are the 2 pins that are additional. And then we have to look up the taxes for these. So I'll copy this first number. Go back. The difficult thing here is it's stupidly, you can't just put in the number. You have to like separate it a little bit. So I usually just paste it into the top search bar and then I'll enter it. So 14, 31, 310, 0591056. I wish they would make it easier. So then search, and then it'll bring up that tax amount for that parking spot, and it's really low. So copy that, put it here, and then we do the same thing for the second one. So we'll go back, search again. I just put it here so I can look at it. 14, 31, 310, 059, 1034. All right, and then there's the amount, super low. Put it there. Great, and now we have all of the tax amount, and it tells us the total taxes for 2023. All right, and then special assessments, you know, it's all filled in, so we'll just leave it like this. Okay, we'll just leave it right now. We'll just leave everything. And then next, we'll leave it showing instructions. I always just put on here, schedule via showing times. You can just always do that. And then we'll see if there's anything else. And then again, schedule via showing time. Okay, and then here, we're always going to click no or none. Internet listing, yes. Remarks on internet, yes. Property address on internet, yes. Comments, reviews, no. Vow, AVM, no. And this one, you'd probably have to ask me, but for this, we're putting no. And then next, let's see, why is it still red here? Oh. Okay, so it didn't like that I have dashes here, so I'll delete these dashes. Okay, now let's see if it likes that. Great, that fixed that. And then we already said we'll just leave this for me to figure out later. And then that's that. So we'll save that. And then this one, I wanted a second one, which is a private listing. So for that, we go continue, and then it'll be attached, but this time we're going to do private, and then we're going to do clone. Oops. Uh-oh. Got to go back here. We'll click that again. So we'll just enter the same kind of stuff. Expiration date next year. Can this listing be shared with clients? Yes. I always do yes. And I think that's about it. Save and continue. Let's see. Okay, it's the old tax information again. So you might want to write down on like a notepad the tax information. You know, you can save this as a draft, and then you can go back to the other one. Where's this? Okay. You can go back to, it'll say whether or not it's private or not. So you can go back to the first one, the taxes and assessments. You can write this all down, and then you can take this and put it into the other one. So that way, you know, you can't have both open at the same time. It won't let you. So you might just have to, you know, write it down and then put it in the other one. So yeah, basically you're just copying and pasting this into the private one so that we have two. So yeah, so then again, we'll want to go back to 211 Ohio and check on the, what was it? Wait a second, that's the wrong one. We'll go back to 211 Ohio, the sale, and then go to taxes. And these are the old taxes also. So we'll go to the Cook County. We'll go search again, 211 Ohio, 316 Chicago. And then we can see right here the full tax bill, 2023. So 2023 tax amount. And if I go back to that old listing, oh, sorry, if I go back here, there's no exemptions either. So that looks good now. So now we can save it as a draft. So that is kind of the tutorial on making listings, editing listings. And that's, you know, the draft for me that then I can go in and just kind of like fine tune it. I know some of the things in there are not right. But I think that information at this point is going to be harder for you to get than for me to get. But maybe down the line, once we have like Monday and you have all the contact information, I think it maybe you'll be able to get it. So yeah, how does that feel? Did that feel okay? Mm-hmm. Yes, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of times I end up doing both because first I'll put it private and then I'll cancel that and put the standard one on. But yeah, I can always tell you. If I forget to tell you, just ask me, and then I'll be able to tell you. So on Monday, so we just did the draft for 316. So we can mark this complete. Although I'm thinking, yeah, no, we're just gonna, okay, so done. So you can try this on your own and you can let me know if you have any questions or issues with it. I think I even made a note here. Yep, so I did this a while ago. And I'll edit and say standard listing. I think you should have enough information there to work with. And then on these, I'll just put, oh, we just did this. I think we made two, didn't we? Let me see. Yeah, so we just did the drafts for 2342. So I'll say complete. And then we will have these two. So I'll just put in here draft standard and private. But you know what? I don't think I want to do these today. So we'll just put these at low priority. And then we'll do this one high priority for today. So those we'll just do that one first for you to practice one. I don't have list prices in mind for these yet. That's why I'm like, we'll just maybe skip those for today. And then I have a couple other things I wanted to do. So in here, I think I still have to send out a listing agreement. Let me check. Let me see if I click this. Oh, you know what? I think you did this for me already. Okay. Let me double check. Oh, and you don't have to call that building back again today. So you can ignore that, just so you know. Let's see. Did we do this? Oh, great. I think we did this already. Yep. Yep, exactly. So, yeah, when you look up that MLS number for 2611, or which one were you talking about? Oh, the Bloomingdale, this one? It's okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, storage lockers. Yeah, storage lockers don't have parcel numbers usually. It's usually for a parking spot. So if you scroll down here, usually you'll be able to tell in two ways. One, under tax, it'll say multiple pins. And then if you scroll down, it'll say multiple parcel, main unit, and then it'll say like parking spot and then parking spot. So it'll show you like that it's a parking spot and then here's the tax number. For this one, yes. Usually it's only one, but you can even see up here if you go to spaces, number of spaces, it's one garage and one exterior. So two parking spots with PIN numbers. Yeah. No worries, no worries. All right, so I'll let you do that draft. And then I have more addresses. So I'll send Enchantee, I'll send another list of addresses for email drafts. Cool. All right, let me know how the draft goes. Thanks. You too. Talk to you later. Bye.